without the screen, huh?
Yeah, I think this is going to
better.
work.
Yeah.
Hey,
I've heard that
this is
before.
take two. This is take two of our first 360 video. It's Kenan Harkin. If you guys are on YouTube, on the YouTube app, just use your smartphone and move it around. If you turn around away from me and say hello to Ty Park and Douglas Dix, we're hanging out here at Ty's Reptile Ranch somewhere in South Florida.
Yes.
And of course, he is the lizard man. So again, guys, we are kind of hanging out inside one of the enclosures, and I thought this would be a really cool opportunity for you to do and check out the 360. So this is, God, I'm going to forget his name, Cooper. This is
There you
Cooper.
go.
He is a Lewisai hybrid.
Uh-huh.
All right. So we're hanging out in his enclosure, and some interesting things Ty's done here with the enclosures, and we're going to talk a little bit about them right now. So Ty, you know, you and I we've done a show before, and you know, you have such a large property. You try and keep costs down, and you know, these are really nice enclosures, but you've been able to do that without breaking the bank. And I think a lot of readers like we're on a magazine, a lot of viewers would probably appreciate that. So why don't you talk to us a little bit about, I'll walk around and you talk to us a little bit about some of the things you've done to kind of keep costs low.
Basically, I don't want to cut down on the cost. And of course, you really can't cut down on the cost of feeding them or taking care of the employees. So only thing that I could think about maybe cutting down is how to build cages. So that's what I have cut down on building. But having said that, you know, all the cages have everything they need. This pen happens to have the dimension of 20 feet by 10, but it's also subdivided in the back. You could see there's a pen in here that's 5 by 10, and basically this whole pen contains 1 male and 2 female.
And that's pretty cool, because that's kind of how they live in the wild. There'll be one male, and his range will overlap with a few different females.
Exactly, and female tend to scrap sometimes, so I decided to like divide this pen into two different pens, one smaller than the other.
And if we look over here, if you guys can see, that's actually the young lady right over there. So you do have an access where you can open
Right,
it.
and I opened that door during breeding season so the male could breed both females. And each pen or each cage has lay area you're sitting on.
Yeah.
And the rest of the cage is screened on the bottom so that they can dig anywhere except those lay area. And 99% of the time, that's where we find them.
Fantastic. And so tell me a little bit about Cooper here. Beautiful animal.
Yeah, he's about, I'd say 20 plus years old. I had him for about 6 years. I don't really know the history before that, but it's been with me like 6 years, and he's one of my pets. And I have probably about 20 cyclura that I consider pet, that I, you know, interact with them when I'm here. You know, pet them and give them treats and stuff.
Yeah.
And the rest of them, most of them want to be left alone, and I do that too. So basically, the animal that I approach, and they become tame because they want to, really.
Gotcha.
I don't really force myself on them.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And Doug, you're into lizards as well, aren't you?
I mostly do Uromastics, although I've brought some of these from Ty in the past that I'm raising up, just because it is a really cool lizard to work with.
It is, yeah. The cyclura happen to be some of my favorite lizards, you know. In my opinion, and Ty, you have way more experience with lizards than I do, but I just like the way, as you mentioned, you know, you allow the animal to tame itself and you build a trust with it. It just seems, for me, my Cuban rock iguanas tend to be, which the Lewisai hybrids are related to, but they tend to just be an animal that tame up quicker, in my opinion.
Right, they do. The Cuban probably in my experience, Cuban probably make the easiest one to tame, really.
Gotcha, yeah.
But they all have different individual...
for lack of a better word, personality.
Yeah. Or iguanality, you call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, some Cuban can be mean, but most of them tend to tame a lot better than the other species do. Rhino tend to be a little flighty at the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I noticed.
But once you gain their trust, they're your friend for life.
Well, all right, man.
Yeah,
Thanks so much for spending some time with us here today inside one of your enclosures. It's our first 360 video. This was take 2, so these gentlemen have been extremely patient, as have the reptiles we are currently invading their space. So we're going to let them get on, and that's it, folks. Thanks so much. New episodes of Kamp Kenan coming soon, so stick around. More 360 videos also all summer long. Bye.